Now, speaking again of Apple, because we referenced in the opening story there about Apple. Apple did something really weird today. They refreshed the iPod Touch. I put out a tweet. The tweet just said iPod Touch. Well, I just wanted to see what people, were up to. It's you'll see the tweet at the top. Just scroll down a little bit there on the Unbox Therapy Twitter. Just iPod Touch. You see? And the response is kind of interesting. I mean, people didn't really know what to do with it. I didn't really know what to do with it. I saw the announcement. All I could think is, what am I supposed to think? 2019, iPod Touch is still a thing. It's pretty wild. I don't know who's buying this. I don't know who this is for. Unless it's some person who just really wants to boycott the idea of a always-on connection, of a cellular connection, of a phone. Or maybe for a kid. But even kids got phones these days. So it's all very confusing. It's got a new processor. It's got the iPhone 7's processor in it. It's faster. There's a 256 gig storage option. But from the front, it still looks very old-fashioned. You have the chin and the forehead, which we haven't seen in a while now. And it's still there, still healthy. It's going to start at $199 and go up to $399. Maybe if you make apps for iOS, here's a nice little test device. You don't want to buy a whole iPhone. You can get a $200 32 gig model and essentially have a full-fledged iOS device for about as cheap as you can have in your pocket. Maybe that's the angle. I mean, how many of those people are out there? Maybe the arcade gaming subscription service that's coming out. As a game device, as a cheap game device, for someone you don't want to give a phone to, Will, help me out here. What is this thing doing in 2019?
What if it's for people who maybe have a dumb phone, but they do want like an MP3 player? Yeah.
Yeah, but Will, starting at $199 going up to $400, you're in phone territory. What is it, a cost thing or?
Maybe it's just too complicated for them, like for the phone.
But this thing is like running a phone. The only difference is you don't have the phone icon.
It is, yeah.
It's exactly the same without the phone icon.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't make a.
Well, you didn't help us out there at all. Okay.
Here. Yeah.
We're looking for help here. Someone in the comments is going to tell us why this thing should still exist. But I think the majority are going to be surprised that it's been rehashed in any kind of new way at all, that it's still on the site and they're not putting it to bed yet. You know what I think it is, Will? I don't think they want to put the word iPod to bed yet. Because it's just such a origin story, such a word, isn't it? It was such a critical piece of the eventual iPhone. Iconic. iPod? Guys? Can you really? Because if you kill this one, you've effectively killed all of them. It's over, right? This is the last standing. It's the last man standing as far as iPods are concerned. And maybe they just want to keep it around. Just a historical reminder in the product lineup. I don't know. I can't think of anything else. It's very, it's a complicated one. You let me know in the comments why the iPod Touch should still exist. I'm confused.